Hello and welcome. Today we're going to step into a single, quiet moment, one that was captured well over 1,000 years ago by one of China's most celebrated poets, Du Fu. We're going to explore the world he saw, and maybe more importantly, the world he felt, all from a simple glance at his window.
It seems like a simple question, right? But this poem answers it with just incredible depth. So let's dive in. But we're going to start not with analysis, not with words, but with pure sound, with the music of the original language itself.
So for just a few moments, I want you to just listen. Let the rhythm and the tones of 8th century Chinese just kind of wash over you. This is the poem as Du Fu would have known it.
绝句，两个黄鹂鸣翠柳，一行白鹭上青天。窗含西岭千秋雪，门坡东吴万里船。
Beautiful, isn't it? You know, even if you don't understand a single word, you can feel the poem's music. So now, let's unlock the world that Du Fu painted for us, one brilliant line at a time. So, the poem opens with this line right here. Lianga Huang Li Ming Cui Liu. In English, a really fluid way to think about it is, two golden orioles sing in the green willows. Right away, Du Fu just plunges us into the present moment. He doesn't just show us a scene, he actually lets us hear it. See that character on the screen, Nung? That character is the sound of birdsong. It's so vibrant, so joyful, and you pair that with the bright yellow and the lush green, it just feels like life itself is celebrating. And then, the scene expands with this next image, Yi Hang Bai Lu Shang Qing Tian, which we can read as, a line of white egrets ascends the blue sky. And just like that, our whole focus shifts. Our eyes are pulled upward, away from the intimate details of the willow branches and into this immense open sky. The motion here is everything. The birds aren't just flying, they're ascending. It creates this feeling of expansion, of freedom. It's like a visual lifting of your spirit. Okay, so we've got this beautiful, lively outdoor scene. But now the poem does something really interesting. It pulls our gaze back inside, to the poet's perspective looking out. And this is where the whole mood starts to shift. The third line draws our attention right here, through the window. Chuang Han Xiling Qian Chou Sui. A translation for this could be, the window holds the western range's 1,000 autumn snow. Now the most important word here is han. It means to contain or to hold. So the window isn't just a hole in the wall, it's a frame. It's turning the distant mountains into a living piece of art. And look at what it's framing, not the fleeting moment of spring, but 1,000 autumn snow. An image of something ancient, something permanent. All of a sudden, we're not in this little moment of spring anymore. We're thinking about something that's existed long before us and will exist long after we're gone. The scale of time just completely exploded.
And finally, our view comes to rest at the poet's door. Men po dong wu wan li tran. This means the door harbors boats from 10,000 miles, from eastern Womb.
This last line, this is where the heart of the poem really is. On the surface, seeing these boats is a good thing. It means the war is over, that travel is possible again. But Eastern Wu was Du Fu's home, and these boats are from, literally, 10,000 miles away. They're a physical reminder of the immense, crushing distance separating him from everything he knows. And the boats are poor, they're moored, they're still. They represent both the hope of going home and the reality of a long, long, patient wait.
And if you know a little bit about what was happening when he wrote this, that feeling just hits so much harder. Du Fu wrote this after the An Lushan Rebellion, a brutal civil war that completely tore China apart and forced him to flee his home for years. So this poem was written in a moment of fragile peace. It's a time of deep personal relief, sure, but also profound national sorrow and this lingering sense of being displaced.
So we've got these four totally distinct images: singing birds, soaring egrets, ancient snow, and distant boats. How do they all come together to create one single unified feeling?
Well, the poem is really a journey for our eyes. It guides us so masterfully. We start with the immediate sensory joy right outside the window. Then we look up into the aspirational sky. Then our gaze travels way out to the deep past that's literally frozen on the mountains. And finally, it comes all the way back down to the present, to the human world of travel and distance and waiting.
And this journey of the gaze, it basically becomes a map of the poet's inner world. Each image carries its own emotion. You have the pure joy of spring, the hope of freedom, the melancholy of time's vastness, and that deep, quiet ache of homesickness. It's not just one feeling, it's all of them, all existing in a single moment.
And doesn't that feel true to our own lives? Happiness is rarely simple. It's almost always layered with memory, with longing, with an awareness of time just slipping by. And that, right there, is the profound power of Du Fu's poetry. He shows us that our quietest moments are often our most full. They are rarely just happy or just sad. He proves that a single moment of stillness can hold both the immediate joy of life and the quiet ache of a lifetime.
It's really a timeless reminder, isn't it? The next time you happen to look out your own window, maybe you'll see not just the street or the trees, but the layers of time and distance and feeling that Du Fu teaches us to find in a single, quiet glance. What world does your window hold?